Hi guys, Gabby Turner here, and in today's pick a card reading, we're going to be asking, how will your future spouse romance you? So what are they going to do to get you? This is for those of you who are really looking for the good stuff. You know, we're not settling anymore for the bad romance, for the garbage romance, for the drama, for the heartbreak, for the mistreatment. No, 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 no. We're looking at real, pure, true love, and how is that future spouse going to treat you in a way that makes you know that this is the one that you're ready to commit to for life. All right, so with all of that said, let's go ahead and look at your options. So for your options, we have three aspects of the dandelion. We have the Make-A-Wish dandelions, the ones that have gone to seed. For number 1, we have the yellow dandelion blossoms for number 2. And for number 3, we have some dandelion leaves. Very healthy. All right, so guys, go ahead and make your choice. And whenever you have made your choice, just use the timestamp below, and I'll see you at your reading. Hello to everyone who chose option number 1, the dandelions that have gone to seed and are ready to be wish makers. So actually we're going to start out this reading by doing just that. For pile number 1, let's make a wish that they have a beautiful journey to marriage with their true love. All right, so we're going to go ahead and set this plate up here out of the way for now. All right, we've got a lot of cards that we're going to go through here, and then we've got a fortune cookie that we're going to look at the end of the reading. So let's first of all see, how are they going to get your attention? So, you know, we're looking at like, how are they going to romance you, or how are they going to woo you? So like, how in the beginning, or even throughout your courtship, how are they going to let you know that they're the one for you? These cards are from this beautiful deck that I just got through my wish list exchange sale. Someone sent this to me off of my wish list. It's the Angel Guide Oracle by Kyle Gray. I do love all of his decks. This might actually be my favorite so far. Also, I have white paint on my hands because I'm in the middle of a DIY project, so just ignore that. Okay. So we have raise your vibration. I think one of the ways that they're going to impress you is just like trying to like bring their best self. Let me adjust the camera here a little bit. Yeah, they're going to impress you by being the type of person who's always trying to up their game, you know, improve upon themselves, basically. We also have friendship and union, mother, father, God, and yes. You know, I think that they will try to impress you. Some of them might impress you like through the way that they interact with their friends. Like they might, you know, talk a little louder with their friends when you're around so that you hear what they're saying. And they might try to impress you by the fact that they have a good circle of friends, that type of thing. But I also feel like they will approach you in the spirit of friendship as well. So they might at first not totally reveal their romantic attraction. They might sort of try to develop a friendship with you first in the very beginning. With Mother, Father, God, of course, this is a spiritual deck, but with Mother, Father, God, I think that if this person is a parent, they might try to impress you by showing you that they're a good parent, or that or if not, that they have the potential to be a good parent. But I also feel like this is someone who's going to try to demonstrate to you that they have, you know, higher ideals, higher values. It could be spiritual in nature. You know, they may want to show you that they're a person of faith. And I think with the yes card, it's just like they want to show you that they're a very positive person and kind of like they're up for anything. So someone who, I'm not saying that they don't have inhibitions in a negative way, but they're going to show you that they're sort of like adventurous. I also feel like a very free-spirited energy, like playful, someone who likes to tell jokes and laugh, that type of thing. Let's see what else. We also have healer, exorcist, Networker and Fool. Yeah, the Healer kind of goes along with raise your vibrations. Like they're going to be a good influence, basically. Like this is someone who cares about improving themselves and being a healthy person in all ways, in mind, body, and spirit. And I think that it's actually going to have a good influence on you, which is not to say that you're not already doing that yourself, but I feel like it's like you're both kind of influencing each other for the positive to reach your fullest potential, I feel like. Freeing yourself and others of destructive impulses. I think that, you're going to notice, and this person wants you to see in them, that there's someone who doesn't waste their time associating with the wrong types of people. Their inner circle, their circle of friends and family are people who are good-hearted people with the right intentions in life. And they do want you to see that and see that reflects well on them. With Networker, they do. I feel like this is a very social person, someone who has a vast network of friends and associates, acquaintances even. And it's just someone who's very well liked. And that's part of how they're going to sort of try to sell themselves to you or, get your attention, is by showing you like, hey, lots of people like me. You should like me too. And again, here with the Fool card and the Yes, it's this kind of the same energy that I had before. This person, for one thing, I feel like they do wear their heart on their sleeve. And I think that they want you to see that they're not the type of person who's going to hold back. They're not afraid of their emotions. They're not afraid of new experiences, but they're also not afraid to show their emotions. And you know what? Sometimes it feels sort of rare to find because there's so many people out there that do hide their emotions. All right. And how are they going to woo you with their words? What types of words of affirmation, what sort of compliments are they going to give you? Okay. So we have Amaryllis, determination and creative achievement. You can't use up creativity. The more you use, the more you have, Maya Angelou. So yeah, if you are an artistic person, they're going to compliment your creations. And I always say this, but being a creative person doesn't necessarily mean that you're artistic per se, but like whatever you're creating with your life, whatever you're doing, they're going to compliment that. They're also going to compliment your determination and really talk you up in terms of like, wow, you're very achievement oriented. You have achieved so much. Like it must have been hard to do that. And I'm so impressed. I'm so impressed with all that you're creating with your life. With the Mirror, I think that they'll be talking a lot as well about the physical characteristics of you that they like, particularly your hair, however you style your hair. We have red hair and then wig and extensions. This may or may not specifically apply to you. You may not have red hair or wear extensions, but either way, like your hair, whatever you're doing with your hair, they're going to especially compliment that, I feel like. I also kind of feel like they're probably going to want to like touch your hair or run their fingers through their hair, when it becomes appropriate to do that. But yeah, they will compliment you. And I think that this person is going to find you much more physically attractive than you do yourself. So even if you're someone who has like a ton of body confidence, this person will see it even more than you do, more clearly than you do. I think also they're going to compliment you on being someone who is very self-reflective, someone who tries to be self-aware, someone who goes within and is able to look at your light side and your dark side and not shy away from both. Because it says, know thyself, self-examination, seeing who you really are. So this person really admires that about you. Okay, so we have outgoing. Now, even if you don't perceive yourself to be outgoing, this person, because they're very people-oriented, this is a people person, I feel like, they're going to also really admire the types of people that you surround yourself with. And also, they're going to see you as someone who a lot of people really admire and like, especially with this leader of the pack. They'll see you as someone that a lot of people look up to, and they will compliment you on that. We also have Wallflower, Not Afraid to Cry, and Scars. So I feel like they see that you're a multifaceted person. You're not afraid to get out there and be the leader of the pack in some sort of way, but you're also kind of like, in moments, more shy and reserved and more kind of in your feelings. And I think that they'll be very supportive of that. They will find it very sweet. And again, with Scars, anything about your physical body that you don't like, I feel like this person finds the beauty in it. And scars, it could be emotional scars as well as physical scars or anything like that. Just they can tell that you're someone who has been through a lot and that you're not afraid to talk about it. You know, you're not afraid to open up, and they really encourage that. I feel like they really like that about you. Some other specific compliments they might give you. I feel like you understand me, and I really appreciate that. I really appreciate your dedication to your work, so there's an extra confirmation there that they love the fact that you are so dedicated. You are one of the most helpful people I know. Your encouragement has made me stronger. Thank you. So they feel very encouraged by you as well. All right, so what about when it comes to physical touch, when it gets to that point? What's that going to be like? We have child, nature, and artist. I think this person, I think they'll be so tender. I feel like especially they're going to really like hugs. And that these hugs will make you feel very safe and secure and loved. I feel like they might even like to sort of like, again, I'm getting like petting your hair, like they really like to do that, like touch your hair, stroke your hair, that type of thing. I just feel like you'll feel so sweet and comforted. If this person is an artist, this doesn't directly relate to physical touch, but like they might want to draw you or paint you or sculpt you or express you through whatever sort of artistic medium that they have. I'm definitely getting hair. Like they definitely will want to be touching your hair. I think also like they want to get close enough to smell you. I feel like maybe that sounds a little strange, but like, you know, you're going to be marrying this person at some point. So obviously you're going to have that sort of closeness. And I think they find you to be someone who smells really good. I think they're going to try to smell good for you as well. Let's see here. Okay, and we have 10,000 Hours by Dan and Shay and Justin Bieber. And Elvis Presley, I Want You, I Need You, I Love You. Nice. I mean, this person wants as much physical proximity with you as they can. And it's like, you know, they might be hugging you or like, you know, whatever physical touch you're having. But it's like the way that they do it, they're going to also be asking you personal questions like, did you get your middle name from your grandma? When you think about your forever now, do you think of me? Like they really want you to open up to them. And I think that when you all are cuddling or going further than that or whatever, like it's very personal and emotionally intimate. It isn't just about the physical stuff. Like I feel like such a tender, sweet love. And this person is thinking about you all the time. You're so inspiring to them. Hold me close, hold me tight, make me thrill with delight. Let me know where I stand from the start. This person is definitely just going to out and out ask you like, hey, I've got significant feelings for you. Like, do you have those feelings for me too? Do you see it going somewhere? Because I see us being together forever. I will go on loving you eternally. This person does not want to be without you. They might be like a bit clingy, in fact, but I do feel like you're going to like it. Let's see. I think that, you know, when it comes to the way that they approach physical touch with you, it's going to be obvious that this person has something more serious in mind. You will not have to worry, like, is this person, do they just want me for sex or something like that? Like, they'll wait. this person is going to be patient to get to that because their long-term goal is definitely something super committed and very special. They might even, by the time you all have sex, it might even be locked into their head that they do want to propose and be married to you. So I feel like, they know that they have to approach all of that. It's not like they wouldn't want it sooner in a sense, but like they're smart enough to like pull themselves back and not rush into the physical, like sexual aspect of the relationship because they want the long term. They're like, listen, I gotta hedge my bets here. I've got to make the wisest choice because what I really want is forever. I don't want just right now. Right now is good, but I want forever with you. That's their mentality. Okay. Again, we have spiritual growth. This person is going to really nurture your own personal growth, not in like a preachy way, but like they're just very supportive of everything you do. I feel like they see you as someone who's always trying to improve upon yourself. They're doing it as well, and they want to show you that they care through continuing to nurture your own growth. So how else will they show you just that they care? How will they be reassuring to you? That's what we're looking at now. Gosh, so much fiery red energy. I think that they'll be someone that you can definitely rely on financially. If you are struggling financially, they will show up for you and make sure that you don't have to be afraid in that sense, because all of this red energy makes me think of the root chakra. Also just generally safe. You will feel very safe. This person will make you feel like they're a good, strong foundation for you, and you're not going to have to worry. They might even like give you, not forcefully in a physical, like not like they're going to force anything on you, but like, in terms of material abundance, they might be someone who gives gifts to you more than you're used to, or like more than even is sort of comfortable to you. You're like, why are you always showering me with stuff? Like you're giving me more than what I'm asking for. But like they just feel like it's the right thing to do because they feel like the two of you are destined to be together. So they're going to be definitely showing you they care through, material giving, being materially supportive of you in some way. And they're not going to take no for an answer. That's what I'm getting from this Mars card, Force. You might try to say, no, please don't pay for that. You don't have to do that. But they're just going to do it anyway. They're not going to take no for an answer. I feel like this person, they will definitely not be afraid to be like the leader of the relationship. Here with this Strength card, you will feel so much trust for this person. Again, abundance. Like you will never have to feel any sort of shame regarding them giving you anything materially speaking. Like they will never make you feel guilty. They will never make you feel like, well, I gave you such and such. I did such and such for you. So like, why aren't you, responding the way that I want? Like they're not going to give it in that sort of codependent manner. They give you so much, but it's just because they want you to enjoy life, to be in the enjoyment of life. And I feel like you're always going to be, this person is going to act in ways that make you trust them so much. And they're going to be talking about the future far before you are. They want to show you all of the possibilities. I also feel like they're very reassuring to you. Anytime you're going through something stressful, they're going to have your back in whatever way they can. Okay, so final question is, how will they propose? We have the Hero-Heroine card, so I do feel like it's going to be something very dramatic. It might be something outdoors. It might happen outdoors, but whatever it is, it's going to be dramatic and showy. Like they really are going to want to impress you and do it really big in the way that they go about the proposal. Yes, I think probably they'll give you gifts. I mean, obviously, most likely a ring, right? But there will be lots of abundance again. So this is a very generous person. Wow, look at all of this. So, you know, it's like they're going to propose to you in such a way that like nobody could ever possibly compete with the way that they're proposing. It will be so big, and they will really declare their feelings very openly in an unfiltered manner. I feel like it will just make you still feel so cherished and adored the way that they go about the proposal. Yes. It's like you feel so safe, you know, their loyalty to you will be so completely obvious. We have these two birds, and then on the hero heroine we have a mountain, so it might be something that's kind of up in the air somehow, like on a ski lift or something. Or maybe it's on like a vacation where you're in some sort of elevated, can't think of the right word, but like something where it's like a higher elevation. I don't know. Or something in the air. Or it could involve air travel. Maybe you're on some sort of trip that you had to take an airplane or something. But this person as well, they'll be talking a lot about the future that they see with you throughout the courtship, but they're going to bring it up as well in the proposal. Like, this is the future. I am the man for you. You know, they're going to be making it as obvious as they can that they stand out for the crowd, that there's nobody else who's going to be able to be for you what they are going to be for you. Wow, so this is really special. I'm going to open this fortune cookie just as a final little word of advice or guidance or anything extra about this person. We'll see what it is. If you're wearing headphones, it might be a little bit loud. Aww. Okay, a good fortune at home is not as good as money in use. So it's kind of like, again, this person is like super generous. They're like, why should I just hold on to my money? That's not as useful as if I'm being generous, and that's how they'll want to be towards you. And then we have delicious on the back. They're going to really want to treat you to a lot of nice things, like delicious meals. The proposal itself could definitely involve at some point like a really like lavish meal, but they're just going to want to lavish you with a lot of material abundance. That's going to be part of how they try to stand out for you. And maybe that's something you're used to. Maybe it's something not. But either way, that's going to be their approach. And they're going to make sure that you understand why they should be that person in your future. All right. So guys, I really hope that you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Hello to my pile 2 folks who chose the Dandelion Blossoms. Welcome to your reading. I'm going to just put this plate aside for now. And even though you didn't choose the wish-making dandelions, I'm going to blow one for each pile. So this is the wish that we're making, and the wish that will be granted for pile 2 to have a beautiful journey to true love marriage. There we go. All right. Now we have dandelion seeds everywhere, but it's good. All right, and then we'll look at this fortune cookie at the end. I'm going to put it right there for now. All right, so the first thing we're going to be looking at is, how is this future spouse of yours, how are they going to impress you and get your attention in the beginning? All right, so, you know, because we're looking at like, how will they romance you? How will they woo you? And of course, initially, they're just going to have to get your attention, right? This is from a new deck that was gifted to me. What is it called? It's from Kyle Gray, and I love all of his decks. I think this might be my favorite so far, the Angel Guide Oracle. Someone gifted it to me in my wish list exchange sale. I cannot speak with you guys. All right. So how are they going to impress you? Let's see here. Wow, we have two. Okay. intuition and downloads, power and intention. For first, I thought that said intuition. I don't know. I feel like there is a feeling of this person having a very strong intuition when it comes to you. Let me adjust the camera a little bit. It's like I kind of feel like there's this feeling of this person like being able to peer into your soul. And I actually feel like, sometimes it can be very unnerving when people do that, but I feel like it will feel sort of comforting to you. It's like, okay, this person knows me. And I feel like it will put you at ease because it feels very loving. It doesn't feel judgmental. It feels like they're seeing the very best of you, the beauty of your heart and soul. I feel overall this person is just going to have an incredibly soothing presence with you. On both of these cards as well, we have energy coming out of the person's hands. And I feel that their touch and their presence will just be extremely soothing to you. I feel like when this person is around, to be honest, I don't think that this is the type of person who's trying to go out of their way to impress you. It's more like a quiet stillness, and when you're in their presence, you feel incredibly seen and heard and understood. It's like you are the center of their attention. Nothing else matters. They're completely present with you. There's no one else or nothing else on their mind. So you have like their undivided attention. And it's not like they're trying to go out of their way to do that. I think it's kind of their personality, but I think with you it's extra so because you are just very captivating to them. And yeah, I feel like this makes you feel very special. Let's see what else we've got here. Oh, we have Martyr, Father, Vampire, Samaritan. And we had a lot of these cards, archetype cards, wanting to come out for you. And Rescuer. I get a lot of like, this is an extremely helpful person. They will kind of go out of their way to do nice things. So like acts of service, just general acts of kindness. They'll, pick up after you. They'll ask you, is there anything you need? I feel with the vampire, this is more so, again, because they have like this like heightened intuition about you. Like they're going to be very aware if anyone else in your life does not have your best interests at heart. And yeah, and with the Rescuer card, they definitely don't want you to be in any type of situation where someone is hurting you in any way or taking advantage of you. With the Father card, regardless of this person's gender, there's just a very like protective quality. I feel that this is not necessarily someone who speaks their emotions so much. They're not going to talk about how they feel, but it will be made obvious through the way that they behave towards you. Just the sweet little gestures they make. And just their presence, their simple presence makes you feel like seen and understood. Okay, so what else do we have? What kind of compliments? How are they going to woo you in the form of confidence? We have false indigo, immersion, and intuition. Lots of intuition here. When you reach the end of what you should know, you will be at the beginning of what you should sense. Okay, so again, they just have like an incredibly strong intuition about you. I feel like they know what you want out of life even more than you do. Some of you want to be a parent, or if you're already a parent, maybe you want to be a parent again. And they can sense that even if you're not really sure of it yourself. And I feel like one of the ways that they sort of compliment you or give you words of affirmation is just like kind of keying you in to these insights that they have. Like, have you ever thought of being a parent? I feel like you'd be a really good parent. And, or whatever it is. Maybe it's not being a parent. That's what I'm thinking because of this Yemaya card. But like, there's something within your soul that they can sense you want to do, or something you want to make of your life. And you yourself are not totally consciously aware of it. Or maybe it's something you've been pushing away. But they will bring these things up to you. It's interesting. Okay, we have Rebel. They love your nose. See, Rebel, Loner. You do things your own way, and they love that. Like I said, I don't know if this person is really like very verbally expressive of things, but you will see in some way that they really appreciate your personality, that you, with this Rebel and Loner, you may or may not be a loner per se, but like you definitely chart your own course in life. You do things your own way. You don't do things by the status quo or the mainstream type of a way. And they really like that. They also kind of like the fact that you get a little bit bossy sometimes, even maybe a little bit of a temper sometimes, because when I first sat down to record this video, I deleted this part of it because it was at the very beginning before I even really started. I have some windows open, and you know how sometimes that air pressure causes a door to slam? Well, that happened, and I was like, oh my God, it really took me by surprise. I was also getting the feeling before I started that this person likes to have playful arguments with you. So, I don't know. They kind of like the fact that you show your temper a little bit sometimes. You're spicy, you know, and they like that. And so they will, either they'll outwardly compliment it, or you'll just kind of be able to tell that they appreciate that. And they like your nose. They like your mind. Again, you have a very unique way of looking at the world. Your philosophy on life is probably different from most people. And whatever color your hair is, because obviously this is, this reading is for a lot of different people. You may have blonde hair, maybe not, but they really love your hair, or maybe in particular the color of your hair, whatever that happens to be. What are some other compliments that they might give you? I love that I can truly be myself with you, and I feel that they will make you feel that same way, that you can be yourself with them also, because they kind of know who you are even more than you do. You were there when I really needed you. I am forever grateful. So they'll be expressing a lot of gratitude. You made my day. Yes, this person will always be saying thank you and expressing so much gratitude to you. You're a great role model. Yeah. Again, like some of you may not even recognize that you want to be a parent, but they're going to be like, you're actually really good with kids. Or even if it's not parenting, like just in general, you're good with kids. Maybe you should work with kids, something like that. All right, now let's look at like physical touch. How is the physical touch aspect of the relationship going to be between the two of you? Okay, we have beggar. We have storyteller. God. And saboteur. Let me sit with this for a moment. Okay. I am getting here, like there is a little bit of moodiness maybe that you all have, which I personally don't view that as a negative thing. It's just a personality characteristic that a lot of people have, including me. But, you know, sometimes I feel like this person will be the type of person to put their hand on your back and be very reassuring. And even though they don't, this is sort of someone who is not like a big talker per se. I think that when you are feeling very sad and down and out in life, in addition to putting their hand on your back and rubbing your back and comforting you, putting their arm around you, they will also reassure you with their words when you're feeling this way, because they feel, they're going to affirm to you your potential when you're feeling kind of low, or you're like, I'm no good at anything, or whatever it is you're saying when you're feeling low. They will be telling you the truth, which is you are so capable, you are so excellent, you can do anything you set your mind to. You'll get past this. I'll be there to support you and help you. So I feel like their physical touch is actually very reassuring. And And I think also I feel that they kind of recognize sometimes that you push them away. And they're very patient with you about that, I feel like. I also feel like, we have two women here with red dresses with white polka dots, and I feel like that has to mean something, right? To me, red, of course, points to the root chakra. I feel that you guys have recognized some aspect of your life purpose in this lifetime. That's what the color red to me symbolizes. And you may not realize it sometimes, the degree to which you are actually very much living your life path and fulfilling your life's purpose. So in astrology, if you looked at your north node and the sign and house placement and also the rulership of your north node, if you're into astrology, whatever that is telling you that you should be doing in your life, you've already done like a great deal of it. You've fulfilled so much. And but I think that this beggar card is making me feel like sometimes, you're like the woman on this deck. You don't see that. You don't actually see how much you have achieved with your life or how much you are really like online with things, with fulfilling your journey. But this person sees that because, again, they have like an incredibly insightful, it's almost like this person could be like your spirit guide in addition to being your romantic partner, because like they just see the truth of who you are and they see how you are fulfilling your destiny. So I think they'll be reassuring you of that. In terms of the actual like physical touch, like how is it going to make you feel? The physical intimacy, like I just feel like it'll be safe and secure. And this is not someone who's going to abandon you when you get into your pattern of pushing them away. Because I do feel like you're the type to push away. And it could be for some of you, again, whether you recognize it or not, some of you might feel a little bit, it could be that physical intimacy touches a little bit of a nerve with you. And this person is very aware of that as well. They're not going to pressure you or push you to do anything that you're not ready for. And they'll be very patient with you if you do get moody when it comes to, physical intimacy or anything like that. Okay, we've got some songs here. Khalid, talk. Yeah. This person will want to talk to you about your feelings far more than they want to talk about their own. When you're feeling down, like they're like, let's talk about it, and they're extremely comforting. I know we're asking about physical touch, but like, this person is reassuring you in a lot of different ways. Phil Collins, I don't care anymore. I feel like this is your energy. Like sometimes you're going to get mad at them. You're going to act like you can't trust them. I just feel like sometimes you're very touchy, and that's part of your personality. And, you might be initiating arguments with them, and like, that's when they're going to be like, listen, I think there's something else that's bothering you, and you are taking it out in this type of way. Let's just talk about it, Aw. And then we have Taylor Swift Love Story. Let's see. Yeah, I feel like this person will just reassure you. You might be that type of person who gets suspicious or doubts them, or maybe you just have trust issues, and this person will be reassuring you. They're like, listen, even, of course, Romeo and Juliet was not like a super easy romance. That could be the case with you guys as well. There are obstacles to overcome. This person might want to get out of town for a little while. I feel that you might also have other people who try to come between the two of you, and it's just there's a lot to talk about. I feel like there's a lot of like deep, heartfelt conversations between the two of you. Okay. Maybe we'll get a little bit more with the tarot cards about like specifically like physical touch, because I don't feel like that has come up as much here. Yeah, now we're getting it with all these wands energies. I feel like this person, like they'll try to be very confident when it comes to when the two of you get to the point of like, having sex and that type of thing. Like they're going to come across as confident, and they will not be afraid to initiate. I think that you will not be afraid to initiate either, because I'm seeing you here as the Queen of Wands. Like, there is a shared, like, both of you are doing the initiating equally, and both of you are very, very sexually attracted to each other. There's a lot of strong chemistry here. But, like, this person will not show you the fact that they have, like, a lot of, like, performance anxiety. They're, like, kind of worried about, you know, they might even think that you're more experienced physically, sexually than them. And they will want to impress you in the bedroom. And so even though they're actually very anxious underneath, they will definitely not let it show. And I don't think you'll see it either. You won't know that they're nervous, because they'll be very good at covering it up. I do feel like the two of you are going to have a very active sex life when it comes to that. All right. So how are they going to show you that they care? How are they going to be reassuring you and making you know, like, yes, I do love you very much. And I think for you guys, you're really going to need that. We have holy love. Yeah, so this person, the two of you could share some sort of faith or spirituality, or it's just going to be obvious that they view this as not casual, but like as a very special spiritual bond. You know, they might even be the type to use the word soulmate. We have 8th house. Like, they're definitely going to be showing it to you in the bedroom as well. Like I said, when you all start getting involved sexually, like, you're going to be it's going to be exploding. There are going to be lots of fireworks in the bedroom. But it's also like the emotional intimacy that the two of you experience when you're having sex will, like, form this very close bond that makes you feel incredibly reassured. It's like, the sex couldn't be this good if this person didn't love me, you know. And also so much conversation where they really allow you to open up and talk about how you're feeling. And I feel like with the Taurus energy, you just have this sense of safety and comfort with them. They will also, like, really talk about how beautiful they find you to be. Yeah, so I feel like with 8th house and Taurus as well, they're going to reassure you. What is this trying to say? I feel like there's some message here. This person is going to need time alone. They might be more of an introvert and they will need time alone, but it's like somehow they'll make sure that their presence is still known to you so that you don't have to feel abandoned when they do need that time alone. I definitely feel like they're going to be someone who needs time alone. So what are they going to be doing to make sure you still feel their presence and the security of the relationship even when they're alone? They're kind of, you know, you do like to be a little bit bossy, and so they will let you boss them a little bit. So if they're like, listen, if you're like, listen, you've been alone for too long, you need to come back to me now, we need to spend time together, then they'll do that. You know, like, as soon as you start complaining that you need more time with them, they'll be right there at your side, you know. So anyway, that's interesting. All right, so the final thing we're going to ask is, how will they propose? We have engineer. This will be like a very highly developed proposal. They will have planned this out far, far, far in advance. And especially with the Hermit and the King of Swords, like, this is someone who plans down to the smallest detail. This will be a highly planned proposal, and it will be obvious. Wow, they're going to imbue this with a sense of magic, though. So even though it's planned, like, it will feel kind of more spontaneous, and it will just be breathtaking, I feel like. We have growth. Let's see, beloved. They're going to be talking in the proposal. They're going to talk about how they see the two of you continuing to grow and develop together. If children are in the plan, they'll be talking about the family that you're going to be building together. They're going to be talking about how beloved you are to them, how special you are to them. They're going to be very sweet and tender. Like I imagine them like kissing you on your forehead and making sweet little gestures like that. Let's see. Yeah, I think that you might be a little bit nervous during the proposal, and they're just going to be like doing everything to make you feel at ease. And they're going to be reassuring you that, you know, that the two of you can work towards this beautiful future and be successful together. You know, like we'll be able to overcome all the odds. Nothing can keep us apart. Again, we had that Romeo and Juliet feeling before, so if there are any family members who might be opposed to that, they'll be reassuring you, like, you know, listen, we can make them understand our love. We can make them understand why we're meant to be together. You know, nothing can keep us apart. I have magnifying glass, clouds. I feel like there might be, again, like a sort of a skepticism on your part, and they might be a little bit nervous too. It seems like there's some sort of obstacles that the two of you have to overcome. People who don't like the fact that you are together for some reason, and it's sort of making you feel very nervous during the proposal. But they will be like, listen, let's just look at the details here. We can make this happen. You know, just because there are some things where people don't understand our love, we can make them understand it. You know, and to be honest, even if they don't understand it, we're our own people. We can make our own choices. We can break free of what other people have decided is best for us and decide for ourselves together. And they're really going to have lots of expressions of love. It's going to be a lot of talking, like lots of conversing. I just feel like in general, like heart-to-heart conversations, like this is what the two of you do. And even in the proposal, it will happen at some point during the proposal process that you all are having some like deep, extended conversation. Yeah. A lot of it, them reassuring you that like you can overcome all odds, that type of thing. All right, we do have a final fortune cookie. This could be advice. It could be something more about this person. We'll just see what it is, whatever your guides have to tell you. I don't know if I said this at the beginning, but I'm doing a DIY project. That's why I have paint on my hands. But anyway, if you're watching on headphones, it could be a little bit loud. The word on the back is cucumber. Yeah. So regardless of, you know, what your sex is, there will be lots of good, you know, physical sex and reassurance of that. Okay. If the world seems cold, kindle a fire to warm it. Yeah. This person is always going to be like your warm, safe space, even when the world seems so cold and daunting. This is like such a beautiful, reassuring presence. That's who this person is always going to be to you. So I think that's lovely. Pile 2, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you being a viewer, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Hello, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading, you healthy little rabbits who chose the Dandelion Greens. Now, just even though you didn't choose the Make-A-Wish ones, I am blowing one of these wish dandelions for each of the piles. So we're making a wish that Pile 3 will come into a beautiful, loving marital union with their true love. There we go. All right, so we'll move this. We have dandelion seeds everywhere now. We're going to move this out of the way. Did you know that you can eat dandelion greens? They kind of taste like a slightly more bitter arugula. I know arugula is bitter enough to begin with, but if you love bitter things, go eat some dandelion greens. They're very purifying as well to the liver, I believe. All right, so how is your future spouse going to woo you and romance you? And just FYI, I have paint on my hands because I'm in the middle of a DIY project. But how are they going to get your attention? You know, how are they going to try to impress you? That's what we're going to look at first. We have romance and connection. So they're going to be very romantic. Like this is someone who might be like making you like a romantic playlist, or like writing you poems, or playing guitar for you or something, like buying you flowers. So they're going to be like doing like the traditional romantic gestures like this. Listen deeply. Oh my God. You will feel so heard. Like when you're talking about whatever it is that you need to talk about, this person will be listening. They'll be an excellent listener. You will just feel so joyful and content around you. They will make sure that you do. And I think that this is like someone who's not going to put a lot of stress on you as well. Like this person is like not just low drama, but like the opposite of that. It's like when they're around you, drama disappears and is absorbed, you know? So interesting. Do the work. I'm not sure what this is trying to tell me. I think this could be someone who is a hard worker. They're just, in general, they're the type of person who can do the work of a relationship. This person is like naturally very good at relationships, I think. Yeah. You know, this, I also feel like this person is not afraid to show you how they feel, especially with this romance and connection. And they might really have to try hard in the beginning to woo you over, but they're not afraid. It's like if you kind of rebuff them or reject them in the beginning, they'll keep going. You know, they're going to be very persistent. That's going to be one of the ways in which they impress you, is just through their consistency in courting you. We have Liberator, Scribe. Yeah, I definitely feel like writing you poems or something like that, or just writing you love letters, sending you flirty texts maybe, you know, depending on who they are or what their personality is. We have Child, Eternal, Destroyer, and Seeker. I feel like with Destroyer and Seeker, this is someone who has some sort of interesting worldview or perspective on life, and they're going to like destroy your own preconceived notions of the world or something like that, because they're going to be sharing their thoughts with you, their perspective on life, their wisdom, and it will be kind of a little bit mind-blowing to you. I feel like I need a lot of clarifiers for you guys for some reason. That could be the thing too. It's like some of the things this person likes to talk about, or what their hobbies or interests are, they're like very unusual, but they could introduce you to some sort of hobby or interest that you weren't even aware of before, and it will actually become something that becomes like a normal part of your life. So yeah, they love to share their own interest with you, and the way that they do it makes it seem very inviting or interesting, but something that you would also like to be a part of. I feel like, and this person, like, they have a lot of hobbies and interests, and I feel like they're always wanting to do new things with this Eternal Child. Like they're always approaching life with fresh eyes. They also could be well-traveled with this Seeker card and this Two of Wands as well. This could be someone who likes to impress you with their knowledge of world travel. At some point, as you get to know each other, they might want to take you on trips abroad, or, you know, even day trips or whatever, but just to travel with you and kind of impress you with their degree of travel knowledge or travel experience. Yeah, and with Liberator, like I said, Liberator, Seeker, Destroyer, it says freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs, releasing negative thought patterns. They will definitely like challenge some of your existing beliefs and offer you new ones. And I think you actually will be open to this. I mean, at times you may not always totally agree with them, and you're like, I don't understand what you're talking about. But I think in time you'll be like, you know what? You've made a really good case for why I should believe X, Y, or Z. And to be honest, I think you're right. I think you're onto something here. So this is a very interesting way to woo someone. I think this is a very unusual, interesting person. All right, so how are they going to compliment you? What are their words of affirmation? How will they woo you in that way? We get morning glory. It says affection and determination. The morning glory, which blooms for a day, differs not at heart from the giant pine that lives for 1,000 years. Alan Watts. And then we have soul cage, rescue, escape from captivity and restriction. I think that this person is like so like strange and unusual. I feel like, how are they complimenting you? I feel like they're just making you see something about yourself that you never saw before. Like, if you're ever comparing yourself to other people, this person is like, wow, you're beautiful and special just the way that you are. And I feel like the way that they explain it, that will be kind of like this quote. I don't know a lot about Alan Watts, but I think he is kind of like off the mainstream, free thinking type of person as well. So I feel like they have this sort of quality. The morning glory, which blooms for a day, differs not at heart from the giant pine that lives for 1,000 years. Yeah, they have a very fresh perspective. They don't want you to be comparing yourself to other people and finding yourself lacking, because they don't do that. They don't. This is a very soulful person. I will say that. An extremely soulful person, and I think they're going to open you up more to your own soulfulness. Oh my God. Cerebral, Libra, yeah. They love discussions, philosophical discussions. They have a lot of friends. I think probably a lot of like friends, especially who they engage in these types of like high level, like brainy conversations with. Let's see, Scorpio. Yeah, they're not afraid also to talk about like, the topics that you're not supposed to talk about in polite company. Politics, religion, sex, whatever. I don't know what the list is, but like this person doesn't care. Those are the things that they love most to talk about. The types of things, power, money, all of those things you're not supposed to talk about in polite company. They're like, no, nothing is off limits. Like, life is meant to be explored, and I'm going to explore it through my mind as well, and through talking about things. Let's see. So these are compliments that they'll have. Sorry, I was picking up more of their personality here, but they will be impressed with your own intellect, and if you're tech savvy, or if you're involved in some sort of like math or science-y type thing, they'll be very impressed with that, and that will be something that they compliment. But I think in general, your intelligence, like with Libra and Cerebral, like there's a mutual admiration for each other's intelligence. If you have children, they're going to be very impressed, and they'll compliment you on how you raise your children, or they could just tell you that you would make a really excellent parent, or that you're good with children, something like that. Let's see, other compliments they would give. I have heard many people say good things about you, and I agree with them. Yes. Okay. This place wouldn't be the same without you. Yeah, kind of goes along with this morning glory message. Like, they're going to be talking to you a lot about how special you are. Like, you're very unique. Stop comparing yourself to other people. You don't need to be like other people. We need you. We need you, and we need you to be who you are. Thank you for everything you do. You are appreciated. So this person will always be expressing gratitude to you. I admire your big thinking. Yes. So they admire your mind. But of course, they have their own viewpoints too, and they're definitely going to challenge and appreciate being challenged by you intellectually. You're making a difference. So I feel like they see you as someone who wants to change the world for the better. And I think that they also are going to be that type of person to want to change the world for the better as well. All right. Let's see what the physical touch or physical intimacy is going to be like. This person is going to be strong. I feel like they will have a nice level of fitness. And they could be like that person who like literally wants to pick you up and like show, impress you physically with just their strength or their athleticism, their fitness, and just their body, like I think they're wanting to be showing their body off to you as well as sort of like a way, almost like a way of foreplay of like getting you interested, like showing off their body. They want you to see how good looking they are because they have body confidence for sure. Oh my goodness, so much body confidence. And I think this is something the two of you share. They might like, again, it's sort of like foreplay, like to do something physically active, like let's go take a jog or let's go swim or let's go surfing or whatever it happens to be. But they enjoy the other side of it as well, like enjoying their body in terms of like eating. She is eating a lot of healthy food here, but it's like there's a lot of sensuality, I feel like. There's a lot of foreplay here that may not seem like foreplay, like having a beautiful, very sensual dinner or, like I said, exercising. But it is, in a way, it is kind of like foreplay because it's sort of, I don't know, it gets the two of you into your body and into your sensuality, and it's just a way to spend time together. Let's see, we have victim and child wounded. Again, like, I feel like the way that this person touches you physically is going to make you feel very safe. They're going to be very cautious about any sort of like triggering issues that you might have around sexuality or triggering that you have around body issues. Like if you have any, like we saw before, you might be comparing yourself to other people. And maybe if you do that in terms of your physical body as well, like the way that they touch you will be very reassuring. Like it'll be obvious this person finds you to be gorgeous. I think both of you will be like exceptionally good looking people, but sometimes people who are above average good looking still have like as much self-doubt or more than like an average looking person. So you might have those tendencies sometimes. And so they're going to be making it obvious, like, you are gorgeous to me. You are absolutely stunning. Okay, let's see what else here. We have the police. Every little thing she does is magic. Though I've tried before to tell her of the feelings I have for her in my heart. Every time that I come near her, I just lose my nerve, as I've done from the start. You're going to make this person a little bit nervous. Again, everything she does just turns me on. Even though my life before was tragic, now I know my love for her goes on. Yeah, like everything is foreplay for you guys. Like you could be shopping at the store, shopping for groceries, and it's like foreplay. Everything you do like is magical to them. And I think this person is just going to be looking at you a lot. And whether you're noticing it or not, like their admiration of you is going to be like constant. And yeah, I mean, they're going to be thinking about marriage for a long time, like from close to the beginning of the courtship. I feel like they're going to see you as marriage material. And then we have Halsey Graveyard. I feel like, this person is just aware that you've had some like difficult experiences in your romantic life. And they don't want to be like that type of experience that you've had in the past. You've made mistakes in love. You've definitely been hurt. So I feel like, even for the two of you, when you have arguments, they're going to really go out of their way to make sure that the two of you can kind of smooth things over in a healthy way. I mean, everybody's going to have arguments, and it's impossible not to have arguments, but like, they definitely don't want either of you to be having like the type of dysfunction that you have probably had in the past. Maybe they have had that as well themselves, but definitely I feel that you have, and they don't want you to experience that again. Okay, physical touch. I feel like this person likes to go on vacations, specifically like romantic getaway, so that the two of you can have time for each other physically, sexually then. And it will also be romantic. It won't just be like sexual, but like it'll be very romantic, but also like incredibly passionate. I mean, Ace of Wands and the Devil, geez, Louise. I mean, they will want to travel. I think this person likes to have sex in hotels or resorts or wherever you're staying, hostels, who knows, whatever you like to do. Uh, yeah, but it's like, it's very romantic, but also like at the end of the night, you know, it's like wham bam, you know, there's a lot of, it's like with utter abandon. It's like ravishing each other, basically. All right. All right, so let's move on. How do they show you that they care? So how do they reassure you and make you know, how do they make you feel loved? You know, earth and ground. We get Uranus, genius. Wow. Again, this person is so cerebral. Their mind works in like very unusual ways. They make very interesting mental connections. We have Sun, Spirit, and Mercury retrograde, reinvention. I feel like they make you feel loved and appreciated partly through, you know, this person has their own very set ideas about things, but they'll still listen and they'll be very captivated by your thoughts and ideas. And I think that will make you feel special and safe with them, because this is not the type of person who normally does this, because I think normally they just assume that they are much smarter than everyone else. But when it comes to you, they really appreciate your thoughts and ideas about things. And I feel like that just makes you feel very grounded and safe with them. Because you'll notice like this is different from how they normally are with other people. And so you can tell like, yeah, okay, this person likes me in a way that's very different from the norm. You'll know that they are special. And let's see. And I feel like you feel very loved by that. Maybe you're someone who just needs that intellectual connection yourself. And so something about that just makes you feel loved. And you want someone to see that you have unique and important, you know, ways of looking at things, that your ideas and your beliefs matter. I think that's very important to you, for someone to make you feel as though your thoughts about things matter. Maybe you've had relationships in the past where someone was very dismissive and acted like, well, you don't really know what you're talking about, you know. This person might do that with the average person, but with you, it's not. Like, they definitely see that your insights are very interesting, even if they do challenge their own insights. And yeah, I mean, with Sun, obviously this person feels very confident in their own, you know, mental prowess. And so I think it's very flattering to you and very comforting to you in a way. And it makes you feel that you have a future together, because they see you as being a very special person and your own idealism or your own intellect. All right, how will they propose to you? Oh my goodness, we have damsel. Understanding the nature of healthy romance inspires you to rely on yourself. I mean, it'll be very like, just very like knight in shining armor type of energy is what I'm getting. I think I'm feeling like traditional, like getting down on one knee is definitely going to be happening. We have miracles. I think it's like everything you've ever hoped and wanted of a proposal. Somehow this person knows. Maybe they've researched it beforehand, or they've asked your friends, or somehow they just found out like what you want most out of a proposal, and then that's exactly what they're going to give you. But it'll just be a beautiful moment. This person is really going to put a lot of imagination, a lot of thought into this proposal for sure. It will be something where it's a celebration as well. Let me get some celebration. feel like there will be a lot of activities going on. I don't think it's going to be a celebration like a big public event, but it will be very celebratory. Like maybe, again, there could be travel. Maybe they do this when you're on some sort of trip together. Maybe you're on a trip to somewhere where there's some sort of festival or celebration going on. There could be like fireworks going on or some sort of holiday that's happening at the place where you're traveling to. I feel a lot of lush surroundings, like beautiful, lush landscaping in the general vicinity of where you are. So either you're outside or even if you're inside when the proposal happens, the outdoor landscape will be very lush somehow. They will be spending money on this proposal. There will be a lot of money that is spent and a lot of planning beforehand to make you feel very special. And again, with the high priest, it's like somehow they kind of know what you've always dreamed of, or you've always dreamed of certain things happening during your proposal, and somehow they make that a reality. The third person involved, I think, yeah, they might have asked a friend of yours or a sibling or other family member. They're asking someone for information, like what has pile 3 always wanted their proposal to be like? Do you have any ideas? Like they're going to be asking around. So don't get worried. This third person has nothing, normally when we use that phrase, it means something else, but this is just, they're finding out what you want so that they can discover exactly what to do. And again, definitely some sort of travel will be involved. Yeah, they're going to find out your secrets in terms of like what you've always wanted your proposal. I mean, like they just want it to feel like the most special moment. Soulmate, twin flame, the one, a pair of things. They're going to be talking about this too. They're going to be talking about, I want our love to continue to bloom. I have faith that you are the one. They'll definitely be mentioning this during the proposal. They might even be quoting from, I don't know, poetry or, some sort of book that is important that would help them to express their love for you. Or they might have some sort of prepared statement that they've written down so that they don't get nervous and forget what they have to say, because I feel like it's important for them to express how deep the soul connection is between the two of you. All right, so the final thing that we're going to do is I have a fortune cookie for you guys, and this could be a little bit more about this person or some spiritual guidance, whatever your guides want you to know. And if you're on headphones, it could be a little bit loud. Okay. A new friend helps you break out of an old routine. Well, that is so interesting because that's what we saw at the beginning of this. This person is going to introduce you to new ideas, new experiences, new hobbies, something like that. And it could be someone who is sort of like a friend in the beginning, and then it becomes more than friendship. And the learned Chinese word on the back is ginger. I don't know if... again, this person maybe is sort of adventurous when it comes to food or culture or traveling, or there's something that's extra spicy about this. What is ginger trying to tell us? Or something about wanting to have a family together. I don't know what that specifically has to do with ginger, unless maybe you have a ginger-haired child or something like that. Yeah, I think just like this person is very unique in a way that is very interesting, and you're going to feel like family. Makes me think of ginger snaps as well. Like ginger is very spicy and sort of exotic in a way, but also it's like very like homey and domestic when you make ginger snap cookies. Like there's something about this person that's kind of like that. They're very like eccentric and unique, but they feel like home to you. All right, guys, I really hope that you enjoyed this reading. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so blessed to have you as one of my viewers, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.